Tomorrow marks the one-year anniversary of New York's Child Victims Act, which allows survivors of child sex abuse to file lawsuits for decades-old allegations. Now, since that window opened a year ago, 700 lawsuits have been filed, bringing a sense of long-sought-after justice and relief to many people. Well, tonight, on the eve of that anniversary, the Buffalo Survivors Group gathered to reflect on what has been accomplished over the past year and where they go from here. Here's 7 Eyewitness News I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht.
You know, we've all had, there's been some up and downs, there's been some bumps. You know, there's been some good times too, as far as good things that has come out of all this.
It's been an up and down journey since abuse survivor Angelo Ervolina and 4 fellow survivors of Buffalo Diocese priests filed the first Child Victims Act lawsuits in New York State 1 year ago. The high point, taking back the power from their abusers, speaking out, and eventually seeing the resignation of Bishop Richard Malone. Edward Scharfenberger now runs the Catholic Diocese, but survivors say he hasn't delivered on a promise to release the personnel files of their abusers.
But every time we try, nothing. How many times have you called, Gary, to try to see these files, and you get no response?
Even though many see bankruptcy as a loss for the diocese and a source of compensation for the abused, survivors like Gary Estridge say the bankruptcy process has denied them their day in court.
It's not going to be a big $1 million payday for anybody. It's just going to be, here's the check. All right, hope you're happy now. And it's like, well, what does that do? Nothing. And it doesn't solve the problem of what's going on.
Kevin Koshelniak would like to see the criminal statutes of limitation, which was raised from age 23 to 28 last year, abolished altogether.
There are many survivors out there that we all talk to that we would have given up our civil opportunities to go to criminal court, because these are crimes that were committed. That's where it really should be.
Together, they formed the Buffalo Survivors Group to support all victims of abuse. However the bankruptcy process works out, survivors say they can be confident in one thing.
We are telling the truth, and we will always have that power behind us. And in the end, as Catholics, as any kind of religious, we are all going to answer to the Almighty God. And we have that power still because we are the truth.
Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.